Welcome to this deep dive explainer. Today, we are going to logically break down exactly how you can transition from being an employee to an entrepreneur and do it without risking your financial security. You know the feeling, right? You're stuck in that awful morning traffic, dreading the drive to the office, and you're just thinking, man, I really wish I had my own source of income. Well, we've all been there. So let's dive into how to actually achieve that freedom.
And it's usually right when you're feeling that peak frustration that you're scrolling through social media. And inevitably, you see some influencer shouting, quit your job and follow your passion. Okay, let's take a massive step back here. For the vast majority of us, people with bills, families, and a real need for a stable income, dropping absolutely everything for a 5-minute burst of motivation is, well, it's just a terrible idea.
Because here's the harsh reality of the situation. Abruptly quitting your 9 to 5 without a concrete plan, without emergency savings, and with zero stable side income, that doesn't bring you freedom. It brings severe, paralyzing financial panic. When you're constantly sweating over how to pay next month's rent, you literally cannot focus on building a successful business. You end up making desperate decisions instead of strategic ones. So we need a way smarter strategy here, starting a side hustle long before you ever hand in that resignation letter.
So here's our operational plan for today. We'll cover 1. Reframing your job. 2. The digital skill hustle. 3. The 4-step playbook. 4. Time management math. And finally, 5. The exit strategy. Let's get into it.
Starting with Section 1, reframing your job. Is it an enemy or an investor?
All right, it is time to completely flip the script on how you view the daily grind. Most people look at their job as the ultimate enemy, right? Like it's this trap keeping them from their dreams. But what if, instead, you viewed your job as an angel investor? Think about it. Your salary is literally funding your life. It's paying for your rent, your food, your electricity, all while you get to experiment with a new business on the side. Having this stability allows you to learn, make mistakes, and actually grow your side hustle without the sheer terrifying panic of going broke. Your job isn't the enemy at all. It's your safety net.
Moving right along to Section 2, the digital skill hustle, which requires absolutely zero capital.
It is so easy to see why this specific model makes total sense. Unlike traditional businesses where you have to take out some massive bank loan just to rent a shop or hoard boxes of physical products in your garage hoping someone eventually buys them, digital freelancing requires zero capital. Seriously, no shop rent, no fancy office. The only things you actually need are a valuable skill, a laptop, and a decent internet connection. Whether that's video editing, thumbnail design, copywriting, or AI automation, you're essentially creating massive value out of thin air using nothing but your mind and your computer.
Now for Section 3, the 4-step playbook. This is your core success framework.
This right here is your exact roadmap. It's incredibly straightforward, yet it's crazy how many people overcomplicate the whole thing. Step 1, choose one skill. Step 2, learn practically. Step 3, build a portfolio. And Step 4, get clients. This simple path takes you from being an absolute beginner with zero knowledge all the way to landing your very first paying customer. So let's break down each one of these steps.
Starting with step 1, which is choosing a skill. And listen, this is where beginners make their absolute biggest mistake. They try to learn 10 things all at once. It's graphic design today, dropshipping tomorrow, AI automation the next day. And then, 6 months later, they have made zero progress. You absolutely must choose just one skill and hyper-focus on it for 60 to 90 days. To figure out what that skill should be, just ask yourself these 3 simple filtering questions. First, do businesses actually need this skill? Second, can I realistically learn it? And third, can I deliver it entirely online? If the answer to all 3 of those is yes, boom, you've found your focus.
Okay, once you've picked your skill, you have to learn it practically. Learn, practice, improve, repeat. Make this your new mantra. Binge watching 100 YouTube tutorials at 2x speed might feel super productive, but honestly, it's completely useless if you aren't actually opening up the software and creating something yourself. If you want to be a video editor, don't just sit there watching edits. Take some raw footage and edit 10 sample videos yourself. If you're learning copywriting, sit down and write actual sample blog posts. Theory means absolutely nothing without the practice to back it up.
Next up is Step 3, building your portfolio. Now, a major mental block that almost everyone hits is thinking, well, I have no experience, so literally no one is going to hire me. Let's dismantle that right now. Do you know what a client wants way more than a resume full of experience? Tangible proof. They just want to know for sure that you can solve their specific problem. You do not need a past client to build a portfolio. You can design 5 to 10 high-quality sample thumbnails or write sample articles and just drop them into a simple, organized folder. That is literally all the proof a client needs to trust you.
Finally, step 4, getting clients. You can't just sit back and wait for them to magically find you. You have to put yourself out there and do outreach. But there is a very right and a very wrong way to do this. The beginner sends a super generic message like, "Hi sir, I am an editor. Please give me work." Honestly, that goes straight to the trash because it offers zero value. The professional, on the other hand, identifies a specific problem and offers a tangible solution. They say something like, "Hey, I noticed your short-form videos could use faster editing and stronger captions. I actually created a small sample of your last video just to show you what I mean." Do you see the difference there? You aren't begging for work, you are stepping up and offering a high-value solution.
Moving on to Section 4, Time Management Math, or as I like to call it, overcoming the no time excuse.
Let's actually break down the realistic math of a weekly schedule. You do not need 5 free hours a day to make this work. What you actually need is just a consistent system. Monday through Friday, dedicate just 1 to 2 hours of highly focused work right after your day job. Saturday, that's for updating your portfolio and reaching out to potential clients. And Sunday is for planning your week and developing your skills. The real issue for most people isn't a lack of time, it's unfocused time. It's aimless scrolling on social media and completely unplanned weekends. When you actually do the math on that schedule, it adds up to a mere 14 hours. Seriously, just 14 focused hours a week can completely transform your skill level and your entire business reality in just a matter of months. You do not need some perfect, grueling schedule where you never sleep. You just need a consistent routine of 14 hours where your phone is tucked away in another room and you are doing deep, focused work.
And that brings us to Section 5, the exit strategy, knowing when to actually resign.
Listen carefully here. You should never quit your job just because you landed one client or had one really good month. Side income can be incredibly unpredictable at first. So before you even think about drafting that resignation letter, you need to firmly check off every single item on your exit checklist. You absolutely need emergency savings in the bank. You need a crystal clear idea of exactly what your monthly expenses are. Your side income must be consistent over several consecutive months, and you need a realistic, proven system for generating client demand. Quitting your job must be a cold, mathematical, financial decision. It should never, ever be an emotional one.
Because you really have to remember what we are actually trying to achieve here. The ultimate goal isn't just to quit out of some fiery hatred for the 9-to-5. No, the real goal is to simply have more options. When you have a stable salary coming in and a side hustle generating its own revenue, you have multiple streams of income. You are secure. And eventually, when you do decide to leave your job to run your business full-time, you are doing it entirely by choice, not out of fear and definitely not out of desperation. Now that is true financial freedom. So whatever you do, don't wait around for the perfect moment to start, because spoiler alert, that perfect moment simply does not exist. Ask yourself, where will you be 6 months from now? Will you still be stuck in that exact same morning traffic, just wishing things were different? Or will you have a valuable new skill, a solid portfolio, and a growing side income? The choice is entirely yours. Which side hustle will you start today?